皆さん、Ladybeard です。What's going on, guys? This is Ladybeard and welcome to the first ever Ladybeard Japan official YouTube Ask Me Many Things thing. You have asked me a bunch of questions and today I will provide you with the answers. Thank you for asking your questions. I am very, very grateful. Number one, Little Mo99 asks, who is my favorite wrestler and finishing move? Excellent question, thank you very much. Answering the who is your favorite wrestler question is always very difficult for me because I kind of look at wrestlers in a different manner from everyone else because I am a wrestler. I can say, well, I think technically he or she is fantastic, but I think as a brand builder, I think he or she is fantastic. So I have different kind of perspectives from which I look at this. Let's start with the finishing move. My favorite finishing moves are the Trouble in Paradise kick, which Kofi Kingston did in WWE, and I think he's probably the best one at doing that kick. And also the Canadian Destroyer, which is a sick move. If you're Canadian, you should be destroying everything you can see, just all day destruction, straight out with your mousse, with your maple syrup, just destroying everything you can find, complete destruction. Favorite wrestlers, I think the best wrestlers on the planet, I think are Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. But I think as brand builders, I think the best brand builders have been Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. So that is Ladybeard's 2 cents on wrestling. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much, Little Mo99. Who's your favorite wrestler and finishing move? That's what I want to know. That's the one thing of many things that I've asked you. Boy! I like the fact that you started with boy because that could be a controversial way to start your question. Boy, how did you learn Japanese? What a genius. Well, firstly, thank you very much. That's from T China. I'm not a genius at all. I studied really, and that's about it. So what I did, I don't recommend that you do what I did because what I did was before I came to Japan, I studied to the best I could, but that was very, very limited. I just kind of listened to some audio CDs and whatnot. Had a few lessons, but it wasn't very in depth. When I got to Japan, I was terrible. I got immersed and I figured it out. But I don't recommend you do that because what happens when you do that is you're left with holes in your language because you don't learn it from the ground up. You don't learn the foundation. So what I recommend you do to learn Japanese is you do just all the traditional stuff. Go to the class, find the teacher, get the books, do the boring homework, do all that, because that's what's going to set you up so that you can speak the language properly in the future, as opposed to being Ladybeard, who turned up, just went and started talking and figured it out, but now later has to go back and fix the foundation. So that's my recommendation to you. Thank you, T China! God bless you. Luis Rodriguez asks, of the cosplays I've done, which is my favorite? Love you. Thank you. I love you too. Arigatou gozaimasu. Of the cosplays I've done, my favorite is my Chun-Li cosplay because I love Chun-Li and I have loved her for many, many years and I wanted to do a Chun-Li cosplay for a long time. So when I finally was able to do that, it was a huge victory in my life. Thank you very much, Lewis. Daniel Collin asks, how can I develop muscles and be a good cosplayer like you? God bless. Say hola amigos in your video, please. Hola amigos! Is there some kind of hand gesture that goes with hola amigos? Normally? No? Can I make one? Okay, this is the hola spider. Ne? Check this out. Hola amigos! That was amazing, wasn't it? That was some dramatic brilliance right there. I'm actually, finally, we're about to start the Ladybeard training series. So to answer your question, a lot of people have asked me to do exercise videos, you see, and so this question, how can I develop my muscles? We are about to teach you exactly how to do that in video format, Daniel, so please stay tuned. This video will be up very soon. How can I be a good cosplayer like you? You're very kind. Thank you for your lovely statement. My recommendation for cosplaying in general is to firstly pick characters that you are passionate about when you're doing your cosplay because passion is what's going to drive you to really do your best work and it's going to bring the best out of you. And secondly, I would say also try to pick characters that you can do a particularly good or unique job of. A cosplayer who is African American or UK-born African who did Black Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen, because Scorpions in the game, in Mortal Kombat, isn't black. But then this black person had done a Scorpion cosplay, and I thought it was awesome. Their cosplay was excellent, like their costume and their body were fantastic. But then on top of that, they had put a unique spin on it by having a black person cosplay a white character, and I thought that was exceptional. So also, if you can find little things that will make your cosplay unique, that is also very, very favorable. I look forward to seeing your cosplays. Thank you very, very much, Daniel. Evelyn Higdon asks, do I watch anime? If yes, then what's my favorite anime? Thank you very much for your question, sweetheart. Recently, I've not been able to watch very many new anime, but my classic favorite animes are My Melody, because My Melody is extremely kawaii. My Melody and Bakano. If you haven't seen Bakano, you should go watch Bakano. BACCANO exclamation mark, because it's amazing. Amazing. Thank you very much, Evelyn. What's your favorite anime? Evelyn, I said your name wrong. I'm sorry. Look at this. Can't speak English anymore. Look at that freaking tongue. Unbelievable. Gotta retrain my tongue. I gotta go back to like A, I, O, U. Violent Lee, what's going on? Violent Lee. Violent Lee asks, if you could just focus on one of your many jobs, which would it be? That's an excellent question. And I never know how to answer it, because I feel like all my various jobs all express a different part of me. So if I had to leave one of them alone, then a part of me would be sad. But I think if I had to choose, I don't think I can choose one. All of them express different bits of me, and so I don't want to leave any of them alone. But thank you very much for your question, however. Alex, Bring Me the Horizon. Alex, Bring Me the Horizon asks, Quaite Gigeron, Tas Padras, Cuando, Deci this day, Sir Ladybeard, which I believe means I was prepared as to this question, which I believe means, what did my dad say when I became Ladybeard? Which actually that's a question that several people asked about. I'm very, very lucky in that I'm from, my parents kind of willing to support me in whatever I decided I wanted to do. So long as that wasn't, raping and murdering, they seemed fine with me doing whatever I wanted to do and whatever was going to make me happy. So I'm very, very lucky in that sense, and I'm very, very grateful to my mum and dad for taking that attitude towards me. So when I first became Ladybeard, I'm pretty sure my dad laughed and thought it was hilarious, and I think my mum did the same thing. And then once I came to Japan, and I started and I kind of got well known as Ladybeard, and I would send all my stuff back home, I got a call from my sister one day, and she's like, Mum's having a party with all her friends, and she's showing all of them all your stuff, and they all are all loving it. So it seems to be that my parents seem to think the whole thing's pretty hilarious, which is great, because I understand that, I'm in a lucky position there. I know a lot of people would not be in such a fortunate position with their parents. So to support something like this. Yeah, so thank you, Mum and Dad. And thank you for your question, Alex. Bring Me the Horizon. Bless you. Atsuenori asks, this is an excellent question. I wonder why 2 strings of your hair always come out in front. Is there meaning behind that? With respect and salute. Arigato, salute. These are actually my antenna, with which I can tell the weather, you see? So I know that if my antenna start to kind of tremble and kind of hang slightly to my left, I know there's a thunderstorm a brewing, right? However, if they are kind of more stiff than usual, then I know that snow is on the way. However, when they get kind of more relaxed, I am aware that within the next 8 hours or so, we will have a bright, radiant burst of sunshine. So this is actually due to my my 10% imp blood. I'm 10% imp, and that's where I get my antenna from, my imp heritage. Thank you very, very much for your question. God bless you. Fiamo Scarlet asks, what kind of beard shampoo do I use? Excellent question. I use the same that I put in my hair, to be honest. So when I'm doing my hair, I go, okay, and I just kind of work around to here and get that done. And then before I wash it out of my hair, I do the thing where you stand on the thing going, I don't know the name of the shampoo that I use because I know what it looks like on the shelf. And then that's the one I get. I know the colors of it. And I just get that one. I'm sorry, I can't tell you the name. I apologize. Lolita Texan. Y'all. Lolita Texan asks, have you ever had an I made it moment? On tour or otherwise, can you talk about it? Thank you very, very much for your question, Lolita. Yep, my I made it moment was my second ever live show in Japan. So this was in 2014? That's when I came here. 2013 when I came to Japan, when I moved to Japan. And I did my first live show here, and no one knew who I was. So that was fine, and there were people there and they liked the show, and that was fine. But then it was after that that I did like my initial round of photographs that I took with my manager Naoko, went on Twitter and kind of went viral on Twitter, and people knew who I was. So it was the second show that people showed up to going, oh my god, I'm excited to see this guy. So when that happened, and then when, afterwards people wanted to take photos with me and so forth, that was my kind of, all right, cool, here we go kind of moment. Because I haven't publicly spoken about this, but it had been a long journey just to get to that point, like just to get to Japan and get to the point when people cared about me and wanted to see me do this. That was quite a long and arduous and oftentimes painful journey in itself. So that was my aha moment. Everyone would assume that it was Nippon Manju, but it actually wasn't. It was before that, because I had been working in Hong Kong and in Australia before I was in Japan, kind of in isolation, and just with faith that this heavy metal cross-dressing pro wrestling thing was going to work. And so then on that show, that was like evidence that I didn't waste my time. So thank you very, very much for your question. Hi, Ladybeard. This is from GR33N Forever. Green Forever? Hi, Ladybeard. We all know you are a man of many hats. You said man, now that could be controversial. We all know you are a man of many hats, but do you have any hidden talents? Thank you, and hugs from Detroit, Michigan. 8 Mile. Thank you very much for your question, sweetie. Love to you too. Hidden talents. I don't think I have very many talents at all. I'm really good at shedding hair. Like the amount of hair that exits my head and body on a daily basis, it could be compared with that of, say, an orangutan or other similarly haired animal. This is the situation I have when I clean the house or any other place that I'm in. This is what happens, right? I've got my broom or my mop, and I go, the Japanese word for cleaning is soji. Soji shimasu. So I go, soji, 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 and I turn around. And I've already shed so much hair that the floor's already dirty again. So I go back the other way. Soji, 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 soji. So then I turn around and it's dirty again. So what I end up doing is I just kind of end up pushing the hair to the sides of the room, kind of living in the hairless center circle of hairlessness in my life. And then at a later date, like once a month or something, then I'll take the extreme masses of hair that have built up around the corners of my house, have climbed the walls of my house, and in which insects and other furry friends have developed colonies and communities, and I will graciously take them outside and free them into the wilderness. Thank you for your question, sweetie. God bless you. Arvid Olsen asks, what is my favorite thing to put on top of waffles? Love. Sikachu? Kaikachu? Sikachu. I'm gonna go with Sikachu. Sikachu asks, if you could choose any ability or skill that you could master, what would it be? I would really like to have the ability to sew effectively, because a lot of my stuff breaks a lot of the time. And if I could efficiently sew, that would be extremely helpful, because things could break and I would not need to kind of go and find someone to help me fix them. I could go bang, 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 bitty, bang, bitty, boom, back to it, but here we go again. but I can't sew because you see my tiny fingers. I've got tiny short little fingers for a start. You can see they're very, very short. On top of that, they're very fat. So I don't have the needle control, you see. They're okay for this, right? They're not good for this. What skill would you master? Sikachu. Arigatou gozaimasu ne. God bless you. Now, if this is a Chinese name, Su Chiren. If it's not a Chinese name, Sachiren asks, hey Ladybeard, what's your favorite Japanese dessert? Now, I checked the name of my favorite Japanese dessert right before we started this video. Let me just check the name again because I don't know what it's called. The name is... Yukimi Daifuku. Yukimi Daifuku! Chiga?
Yukimi Daifuku.
Nani?
Yukimi Daifuku.
Thank you very much. Yukimi Daifuku! It's the name of my favorite Japanese dessert, which is delicious. I love it very much. I was introduced to this on my first ever cheat day in Japan by one of my buddies, and you can get it at all the convenience stores, so it's very convenient. It's like a little ball of ice cream, and they wrap this soft rice paper around it, and it's delicious. It's delicious. It's a very common Japanese dessert treat thing, from my understanding. Thank you, Suchiren. God bless you. David Bowie asks, chocolate or vanilla? And I like both! そう美味しいです。絶対美味しいですね。絶対もうチョコレートとバニラ両方食べたい。もうすぐ食べたいです。美味しそうです。なんで今日食べなかった？ Thank you very much for your question. And that brings us to the end of the first ever Ladybeard Ask Me Many Things thing. If you would like to ask Ladybeard more questions, put them in the thing, put your many things question in, and we'll do another many things thing. 見てくれてありがとうございます。Thank you for watching. I'm Ladybeard. Love you.
まだまだいける。立ち上げる。お年、年始も仕事し楽な夏。おじいちゃんに本当に